Okay, guys, today I'm going to go through a titration with you. For titration, we use a burette, which is this long tube. And in this long tube, there's this end here that, let me get something to drip this into, that when you twist this so that the handle is parallel to it, it is on, and when it is perpendicular, it's off. And so you can add something into a container just a little bit at a time. So for this lab, we're going to be titrating KOH, which is 1 molar KOH is what I have in the burette, with vinegar. And so I have here in this graduated cylinder 10 milliliters of vinegar. So I'm going to pour this 10 milliliters of vinegar into the Erlenmeyer flask. Now, to do this, you also need something that tells you once it's all done reacting, and that's what the indicator is for. And so I'm going to put a few drops of phenolphthalein in with the vinegar. Okay, phenolphthalein is nice because it's clear in an acid, which vinegar is acetic acid, and it's pink in a base. So once I add enough base, it will turn pink. Before I start this titration, I need to get the starting volume on the burette. Now, the burettes are weird because they start with 0 and you're measuring how much is lost. Because I drained some out here, we're at 10.32-ish is what it looks like milliliters. So that's my starting volume. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to start dripping in the KOH into the Erlenmeyer flask, and I'm going to swirl it, and I'm going to wait until it turns pink and stays pink after the swirling. So I'm just going to take some time to do this, and I think I'm going to pause the video while I work on it. Okay, this can take a long time. I'm still adding, but I know I'm close to where it's going to end because when I add the base into it, it stays pink for a long time when I swirl it before it disappears. So I'm going to keep adding more in this until it stays pink. So I'm just adding a little bit at a time, waiting for it to stay pink. And we're really close. Just got to get there. Oof. I know this is thrilling to watch. Oops, it stayed pink. Now this is actually not good. I lit in a little too much. It turned a dark pink. Ideally, it would be a light pink, but it turned pink and stayed pink. Good enough. If you're doing this to be really analytical, you would be much more careful and slow trying to get it just barely to turn pink, but that's okay. So we got this to turn pink. And so now the last thing we need to do is measure where is our volume now. And it's at 18.29. Okay, and that's our titration. We're done. And so now this is the information that we have. We have that if we have 10 milliliters of vinegar and 1 molar KOH, we had to put in this much volume to neutralize it. Okay, and then we can subtract that and get the volume and then do the calculations that I'll have another video showing you how to do.